behind the scenes with future country rock blues kings and queens. Discover them first with Palm Mash TV. Palm Mash TV.
Well, hello there. It's Paul Mash TV time again. Thank you so much for joining us. We got another great interview coming up shortly. But if you haven't yet, click that subscribe button and the bell, and you're always going to get notified of any new episodes. And leave a comment on the comment section if you like. And if you check the description, it'll have ways to contact us. And of course, those will be repeated at the closing credits at the end of the show. So I hope you'll stay tuned for that. And on the last episode, I forgot to mention I have new glasses now. Hope you like them. Tell us what you think in the comments section as well if you'd like. From Atlanta, Georgia today we have Quasey. He's a Southern Soul artist. And I know you're really going to love him. So without further ado, let's start the show as it starts right now. Okay, here we are with the interview. And with us from Atlanta, Georgia, we have Quasey with us today. Thanks for joining us, Quasey.
Oh, I'm honored, man. I'm honored to be a part of this day, man. Thank you for having me on your platform.
Yeah, no problem. We're glad to have you here. Well, how did it all begin for you? I mean, I'm sure ever since you were a kid, you wanted to be an artist. Maybe it goes deeper than that, but tell us in your own words. We'd love to hear it.
Oh, yeah. Well, I definitely got it honest. I mean, I tell everybody this. I got it from my mother. My mother, we grew up in the church. She's a pastor right now. She'd get up in the pulpit and, sing songs and things like that. The church band to be playing. And everybody thinks that she's singing a song that's actually out recorded somewhere, and she'd be making up lyrics as she went along, and it was always great. So that's one of my inspirations that made me want to do what I'm doing now. And she's always instilled to go for what I love, and singing is definitely something that I love to do. I didn't necessarily know that I was going to be doing Southern Soul because I started off doing R&B music.
Mm-hmm.
And I got into a situation where a label wanted to sign me, and then but the paperwork wasn't right. They wanted everything, So as a new artist, it was kind of like they were telling me, just be grateful that we're gonna, do this, that, and the third for you. Let us have everything, and we're gonna take care of you. And that just didn't fit right with what I had planned. So I passed it up. But what made me go to the Southern Soul was they only had a Southern Soul label. So it was like, hey, I'm an artist. I've never been one to be one to put in a box. So I showed my artistry and wrote a Southern Soul song, sent it back to them, and they loved it. Like, so even now today, I get calls from the label like, are you sure you don't want to come on board? Like, we want this, we can do this, that, and third. We'll have you out there in a matter of this amount of weeks. So it's really good to, broaden your horizon. If I never would have done that, I'd never have seen how wide open the Southern Soul lane is. And by switching over from R&B to Southern Soul, it's really done something good for my spirit, man, because I actually love making the music. It feels good. And if we're about to play it right now, if you hear it, like I'm sure that you're going to actually, love the music. If not the genre of it, just the feel of it. It's a feel-good music. It's very positive. It's not hurting anybody. Anybody that hears it just wants to dance and have fun. It's party music. So
Okay, well that's a great story. I'm glad you picked Southern Soul as your genre of music. Hopefully you'll have many years ahead of you.
thank you.
Well, what are the influences you had? I mean, I know you said you started out in R&B. Were there any R&B or Southern Soul artists out there in the mainstream that really caught your eye? Why don't you tell us a little bit about that?
Oh, definitely. Yes, I grew up listening to Tank, man. Tank was one of my favorite artists. And just recently, about 2 years ago, I actually got to meet him. Actually met him, shook his hand and talked to him, told him how amazing he was and stuff like that. But Tank was somebody that I listened to really, really hard. And growing up, while I was singing R&B, everybody related me to Tank. Like, they were like, oh, you look like Tank. Oh, you sound like Tank. It was always Tank, 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 Tank. So he was definitely a big influence growing up. Then my sister, she was a lot older than I was. So she always had access to like CDs and things like that. So she'd get the hottest artists that she liked, and that was all I had to like really listen to. So I'd take her CD player and take her CDs and go to school with the headphones on, listening to different people, trying to mimic them. And some of those people were like people like Joe and Jagged Edge and different people like that. But I've always been around the Southern soul. Like I told you earlier, my mother is actually from Alabama, so she's a Southern country girl, man, and that's what they really listen to, the blues, and they listen to R&B too, but the blues and Southern soul is really what they listen to on that side of the family. So I've always grown up around listening to people like Marvin Sease, Candy Liquor, and all that type of stuff, and you know, Ron Isley and Tucker and different people like that are in the Southern Soul lane. So,
Okay, well, yeah, well, those are some great artists. I remember a lot of those bands that you mentioned, the singers. Now, we're going to watch this video in just a moment, but before we do that, we want to ask you, where can we find your music? I'm sure you have it on all streaming platforms. Do you have an official site? Where are you on social media like Facebook and so forth?
yeah, well, I do have a website. It is QuaseyMusic.com, and Quasey is spelled Quasey. QuaseyMusic.com. That's where I upload all the upcoming events. I try to keep it updated as often as possible. It tells you, shows you all the flyers of when my next shows are and things like that. There are a couple songs on there that you can go and listen to for free without having to stream or anything like that. And then I also have a couple photos, like just of different places that I've been with different artists and things like that. So if you really want to get to know and be in the mind of Quasey, that's a good place to go and look. Also, you can always follow me, and I definitely appreciate all the support that I get. Like everybody, if you can follow me, you know what I'm saying? You can follow me at @I am_Quasey. And once again, that's Quasey.
So you're pretty much on any social media format, and I guess you're on any streaming format as far as that goes, then, right?
For sure, for sure. All you have to do is type in @I am_Quasey, and you'll find me.
Okay, well, go do that for him. I know he would be a fan of yours just as much as you'll be a fan of his. So it's
Most definitely.
well, as I mentioned a minute ago, the song we're going to be playing is called "Take Off." It's a great song. Why don't you tell us a little story about that song? It might be self-explanatory, but tell us in your own words.
Well, this song, like I said, I did R&B as well. So this song was, created while I was doing my R&B thing, and it was always the song that people would be like, "Oh, this is the one, man. This is like you're so clever in this one. This one sounds so good. I can hear this on the radio right now." It was that song that it didn't take me long to create. It was around the time where Usher just had revamped himself and just came out and did a album with Zaytoven. And he gave me a little bit of inspiration, and I created that song just off of that. So it's one of my songs that's really, really nice. It's a fun song, and you can kind of bob your head to it and stuff like that. But I think it's really clever.
Yeah,
Some
yeah,
of my better writing.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I guess I interrupted there. I apologize. I was just going to say, yeah, I really love the song, and I know everybody out there watching right now, I know you'll love it too. And before we get to the song, I want to thank you so much, Quasey, for being on the show today. Come back anytime you want to plug something new. Maybe we'll have you back on sometime.
Hey, thank you. Thank you.
Okay, and here it is. Take Off, and it starts right now.
You want, however you want it, yeah. You regret if you don't, so go ahead and jump on this, yeah. Fast car, call it NASCAR. About to take off, call me Nassau. Got the big pack with the big sack. Got the best team with the best stats. Nobody running with me, but you ain't blind cause you can see that. Paint the perfect picture, we can be that. I like 'em 5'5" and conceited. If you got a big brain and a big heart, then you might be the one I leave with. Keep your legs closed, play your cards right, then you might be the one I be with. Listen, girl, what you want? You know you can get it. Whips and chains, that's your choice. If you with it, I'm with it. If you bring out the freaking you, then baby girl, I am willing to do everything I keep on getting this feeling. Your body like a savage, you're nothing like my last chick. Like Future, I ain't wanna touch her, something made me touch her even though she average. I'm someone living lavish, probably with a bad chick. Probably with my homies running numbers, making moves and stacking my cabbage. Southside, yes of course, brand new Michael Kors. Polo down, polo horse, swag on full force. You see this money grow like magic, you know I never been the average. Young gent, old soul, catch me in Adidas classics. My schedule is busy, got no amigos with me. My time is worth money, you got it and hit me. Sleepless nights, take no days off. Hard work always pays off. Doing shows, making money while cutting bank rolls and breaking my fans off. Say she like the way I take no break off. Now go ahead and take off. Get whatever you want, however you want it, yeah. You regret if you don't, so go ahead and jump on this, yeah. Fast cars, call it NASCAR. About to take off, call me NASA. Got the big pack with the big sack. Got the best team with the best stats. Nobody running with me, but you ain't blind cause you can see that. Pick the perfect picture, we can be that. I like 'em 5'5" and can see that. If you got a big brain and a big heart, then you might be the one I leave with. If your legs closed, play your cards right, then you might be the one I be with. If you bring out the freaking you, the baby girl, I am willing to do everything I gotta do to keep on getting this feeling. She on me now, I think she like me. If she hold me down, could be wifey. And she gotta be bad, cause messing with anything less than a 10 is unlikely. She said she really wanna feel more, but I'ma give her what she asking for. I do that little body so good, work it out like elliptical. Southside, yes of course, brand new Michael Kors. Polo down, polo horse, swag on full force. Get whatever you want, however you want it, yeah. You regret if you don't, so go ahead and jump on this, yeah. Fast car, call it NASCAR. About to take off, call me NASA. Got the big pack with the big sack. Got the best team with the best stats. Nobody running with me, but you ain't blind cause you can see that. Pick the perfect picture, we can be that. I like 'em 5'5" and can see that. If you got a big brain and a big heart, then you might be the one I leave with. Keep your legs closed, play your cards right, then you might be the one I be with. Whatever you want, however you want it, yeah. You regret if you don't, so go ahead and jump on this, yeah. Fast car, call it NASCAR. About to take off, call me NASA. Got the big pack with the big sack. Got the best team with the best stats. Nobody running with me, but you ain't blind cause you can see